It doesn't get better than this. In the spring, while my swarm boxes are hanging, once a week I will go bait them and then also check for activity. And this particular one had a big swarm hanging on the outside. And as you can see, they are still doing their waggle dance, their figure 8 waggle dance. But often this happens. A swarm will cluster to the bottom of the box or the outside and then leave. And I couldn't figure out why this one wasn't going in, but I went back a day later and they did. And so then in the mornings, I will go really early before first light, and I will close the entrance to the swarm box and then take it out of the tree. I wanted you to see the entrance. There's a little dial, and it will close and allow the vented part of the dial to cover the entrance so they still have airflow. And then as soon as I move them back to the new location, I open that up and allow free entrance and exit and allow them to readjust to their new location. When you get a swarm, you never know what you're going to get. It's like Christmas morning. Sometimes it's like getting a pair of socks that you aren't too excited about. And then other times it's like the most amazing gift you could ever think of. And this particular swarm was the most amazing gift I could ever think of. All you have to do is look down in between the cracks of the frames and you can see that all cracks are full of bees. That means all of the frames are full of bees. Generally, there will be maybe 2 cracks that are full, maybe 2.5. But to have all 5 of these, I know is a treat. Look at this beautiful swarm of honeybees. This often happens. The swarm boxes have a space at the bottom of the frame that allows the swarm to cluster and gather when they relocate to the swarm box. In a matter of days, look at the comb that these honeybees have made. It's almost like butter. That is right off of the wax glands of the honeybees, and it was so soft. I just cut it off and removed it. Look at how much they're building up the foundation and drawing out the honeycomb. This is in 3 days. On this frame, I'm going to shake the bees off just to show you once again how much work they've done. I don't know if you can see that, but they have literally drawn the foundation of the honeycomb in days. There's as many bees remaining in the swarm box as there were on the frames. This is my favorite part. I hope you enjoy this. Isn't that amazing? That is just a massive swarm of bees. Among the biggest that I've ever caught. When honeybees swarm, they leave with nothing but the nutrition that they have in their stomachs. And starting a brand new hive requires a tremendous amount of energy to build up that honeycomb. I'm going to provide these bees with a half a gallon of sugar syrup. It's half water and half sugar. And I put the feeder base inside the entrance so the bees can access that from the hive. And then this sugar syrup will sit on top, and the lid has tiny little holes in it. They're so small that the syrup won't drain out, but yet the bees can still drink down the syrup. This will help them exponentially, and a swarm this size will take down a half a gallon of sugar syrup in a matter of days. I realized when it was all over, this swarm was so big, I needed to give them a second box. I needed to provide them the room to grow. What an amazing swarm of honeybees. I never grew tired of it.